Hello YouTube and welcome to Gaming's Initiative, and I'm Austin.
I'm Jesse. Today we'll be talking about one of my favorite games by Fantasy Flight, made by Richard Garfield, which is Android Netrunner. It is a two-player game. Takes about 40 to 60 minutes, sometimes more if you're trying to teach a new person, of course. This game is an LCG, which means living card game, which means that where Magic is a collectible card game, and then you just have to go out and buy the packs and hope you get the card that you need. A living card game is they come out with packs of cards. Every pack of one type is the same for everybody. You get all the cards in that one pack. So everybody has all the same cards. It's just a matter of how you want to build your deck to outdo the other guy, which is nice for those people who don't like the collectible card game aspect and don't want to spend all that money trying to get that one card you really need. Where with this, you get all the cards, so you don't have to worry about searching for that one card that's really good.
Right. And my favorite role, which there's two roles that you can play, there's two sides. You can play the corporation or the runner, which the runner is trying to hack the corporation.
Which is their term for hacker.
Right. Which they're trying to score agenda points. You know, if you score, 7 agenda points, I think? That's how you win.
I believe that's right.
So, you know, I like to play the corporation because I like to stop the hacker. I like to just be able to have ice, which is like firewalls, to stop the hacker from hacking into my system.
Right. And the cool thing is this game, very, very thematic. This is probably one of the few games who I know is so dedicated to the theme itself that even the names in which they call things are very thematic, and the terminology can be a little much for some people in the beginning. But you get the hang of it really fast, really easy, which is nice. So, and in this game, the idea is each side, the runner and the corporation will each take actions, but in this game they are called clicks. So, for example, the runner, here's a little card to keep track of your clicks. The runner itself gets the 4 clicks, which is
nice.
Which is really nice.
And then the corporation gets 3, and it's pretty cool because. Oh, and then we also have the actions that you can actually take.
Yes, which a really nice reference sheet that is really easy to understand and simple. And basically, the thing I like about this, like I've said before with other games, is that each side plays very differently. When I'm the runner, I feel like I'm getting in there. I'm making runs. I'm trying to steal your agendas. I'm trying to hack through your stuff. And as the corporation, I feel like, yeah, I'm trying to put up my firewall. I'm trying to put my defenses up. I'm trying to do anything I can to shut you down and keep you out so I can score those agendas as fast as possible.
And you never know what the agendas are because you can have the cards face down if you want. So there could be an agenda there, but you don't know.
Now, as a personal reference for you guys, here is basically the idea how it's set up. Top one here, here's how the corporation sets up their side of the board, and here's how the runner sets up their side of the board, which is really nice. Now, in this game, where a lot of games you take actions and that's all you really need to do, in this game, no, you need a little more than actions, which in this game we call them clicks. Now, with clicks, aside from that, you need credits to pay for your ice, which is firewall. Or if you're the runner, you got to pay for your programs, your hardware, your software, whatever you need to pay these little credits right here. This is 1 credit. And the biggest you can get here is the 5 credits, which are nits.
At least there's no 10s.
Yeah, because you keep hogging all the 5s.
Anyway,
sidetrack, but it's, and of course, within each side. As the runner of the corporation, you have different factions that let you do different things, and each play out very differently in their own right, within each side feeling different and unique. So, for instance, with the runners, you get different runners, and each runner has its own special ability, and each runner belongs to a different faction. And as far as the runners go, you have Criminal, Shaper, and there is... what is the third one called? I think the name of the third hacker faction. It's escaping me at the moment. Anarchs. Anarchs, that's what it is. Criminals, Shapers, and Anarchs. Now, the cool thing is, the base set, what we have here, comes with 3 runners. The first one, right here, which is a Shaper, is Noise. And he's a pretty cool dude. And each runner has their own special ability. Where Noise here says whenever you install a virus program, the corporation must trash the top card of their R&D, which can be really helpful as a runner. Now for the Criminal runner here, we've got Gabriel Santiago. He's a cyborg. Pretty cool, I think. And for him, the first time you make a successful run on HQ, each turn, you gain 2 credits. That's pretty helpful to help you get that money. And last but not least, we have the Anarchs. Kate McCaffrey. And she lowers the install cost of the first program or piece of hardware you install each turn by 1, which is helpful to get that stuff out on the board. For example, we keep throwing out these terms and we will explain them as right now. For instance, the runner has multiple things they can do. They can put out hardware, like so, which is different pieces of hardware to help them get into and help you try to get into the systems and break their firewall. You have programs right here, which is nifty. I actually like this particular one. This particular card here is an icebreaker, which you use your icebreakers to actually get through and break the ice and the subroutines, so you get through as unscathed as possible.
For example,
we also have...
Here's a barrier ice. It's hard to see, but anyway, if you have a card, an icebreaker that can actually break through this, you're good to go.
As long as you got the credits
to pay for it.
To pay for it, of course. You also have resources here available to the runner to help you get extra things.
And as a side note, sorry about the quality that you can't really read the cards. I don't know why it's really being like that today.
Yeah, it's being a little weird, but
anyway.
And of course, you also get these really nifty event cards that let you do really cool things on the fly. Like this one here, like I just showed you. You make a run on R&D. If it's successful, access 2 additional cards from the R&D. Where normally, you can only get that top card unless you have other cards that allow you to get in there and dig deep to get what you need. Now, so you know, programs, they have this really nifty icon there. It kind of looks like, yeah, there you go. See that little chip with the 1? That's a memory slot. And that's saying it takes up 1 memory slot. And in the beginning of the game, you start off with 4 memory slots. There are cards that will give you more, which is nice, but until you get those, you gotta be careful and get the right programs in where you need them,
and
in those 4 memory slots.
And if you have something in one of those memory slots you don't want to use and you want to put something else there, you can just put it in your
you can trash it.
Right, you can put it
which
in
is
the
basically
pile.
like deleting whatever you had
Right.
to make room for something else, which is really cool. Now, what we're gonna, they have some really crazy terms that we're gonna go over a little bit, so you can kind of get a better idea of what we're talking about. So, basically, with a corporation here, kind of hard to see. I apologize for the. There we go. Take some time to focus. Over here, the R&D, which is basically your draw pile, but they're calling it R&D or research and development.
Mm-hmm.
Then your discard pile over here is the archives, which is really, I think it's cool and thematic. Further over, where you install your agendas and whatnot, those are called remote servers. And then you'll put your ICE in front of wherever you want to keep protected. Now the corporation, on the other hand, they can play their cards face down whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Or the runner plays all their cards face up because the corporation's trying to hide, get sneaky, get crazy, come up with some crazy combos.
And if you think about it, the runner, which is a hacker, he's not always going to know what they have. So
no, you don't know what you're going to run into,
right.
which is very thematic in that sense, which is great. And for the runner side of things, if we can get this up here, get this to focus the best we can. Well, your draw pile for a runner is called the stack. And your discard pile is called the heap. And your hand is called the grip. Where, side note, on the corporation side, your hand is called HQ.
Or your headquarters.
Yes. And the runner has a rig, which will allow them to install the programs, the resources,
right.
and anything else you need. Now, let's go to the corporation here.
I got one
now,
right here.
So go ahead, talk about the corporations. Talk about this one.
Okay. So,
there are 4 different corporations to choose from, which is nice.
This is Hias Bioroid.
Hias Bioroid.
Sorry for the mispronunciation.
Yep.
But anyway, this corporation actually lets you install a card each turn. Oh, I'm sorry. The first time you install a card each turn, you gain a credit, which is nice, to be able to spend on things you need.
They like to get that money right away, you know what I'm saying? So they're...
Corporations usually like money.
If you want to show them some of the icebreakers, then... Oh, you tried to do that. Good. Okay.
Here is ice. Pretty cool. It's called the Roto Turret. And sorry about the camera, it's not autofocusing for some reason. But anyway, what it does is when you have this installed, when something runs into it, it trashes the program and then it ends the run, which is good because it protects you against the runner. And then let's see what else we can find here worth talking about. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So, remember how we talked about how you win the game is getting 7 agendas? Well, here is an agenda right here. It says agenda, which is research. When you score accelerated beta test, you may look at the top 3 cards of your R&D, which is your deck. If any of those cards are ice, you may install and res them. Res means you kind of, you activate them.
It's basically active run. It's been software.
Right. And you ignore the costs, so you don't have to worry about paying for it, and you get to res it, which is nice. It's very nice.
Yes, but you may not if you want to keep that little secret to yourself.
Yes.
For the meantime.
Because if you do, then the runner's going to get suspicious, and then he's going to go after that.
Then he'll know what he has to deal with for that run if he wants to go there, which is not bad. Now, another one we've got going on here, another corporation is Genteki.
And, this one I haven't actually played yet. but that's kind of what it looks like. It's kind of neat artwork. But what this does is whenever an agenda is scored or stolen, it does 1 net damage to the other player. And that's that's a good deal too, because you want to try to get the runner out of there as fast as possible.
Right, and Gentechi's got some really crazy stuff in here. They like to put out traps for the runner, so they get caught. And one of my personal favorites from one here is.
Oh gosh, I had to go up against that, and that card was just no.
Apologize again for the autofocus not working as it should, but this is Project Junebug. Now this card states you flip it over and put it where you would your agendas, like anything else. But another thing, what you'll do is you'll advance your agendas by paying the appropriate amount of credits in a click, and you'll use these here to advance your agenda.
Which these right here, on the flip side of it,
are your credits.
Are credits. So
yes. So for instance, you need 4 advancement tokens to score this for the 2 agenda points. Now the nifty thing about Project Junebug is you can advance it like an agenda. So the runner thinks it's an agenda, and when he runs there, you just let him run. You don't even stop him. You just let him run right through. He hits Project Junebug. Now, he's thinking, score. I got this guy's agenda. I just took some points right out of his hand. Man, I'm doing good. Well, you're wrong, because this is an ambush. And Project Junebug, and then if you pay 1 credit when the runner accesses Project Junebug, you can do 2 net damage for each advancement token on Project Junebug. That's crazy. That's a and if you get enough advancement tokens on there, that's a lot of net damage.
Yeah.
And net damage is just gonna it's just gonna start taking cards out of his hand. His hand is his life. He runs out of cards in his hand.
Done.
He loses. I score those 7 agenda points before him. Done. I win. If he can steal them before I can get there, I'm done. He wins. Now, but those damages now, they take those cards out of your hand, and that's another way you can do it. If you can just get those cards out of his hand to where he's got nothing, you're good.
Yeah.
You've made it. Or you can try to get those agenda points. There's multiple ways to go at this game, and it's really.
So I really actually rate this game probably an 8 out of 10. It's definitely, that's my personal opinion, but that's really far up the scale for me. I mean, we played some games that's not the best, but this game is definitely for me an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, this game is top notch. Personally, from what you've given it, I tend to like it a little more than you do. I give it more of a 9. Because that's near, this is like almost the ideal game.
Right.
I mean, you can't, it covers everything. It's super thematic. Each side feels completely different.
So,
everything plays differently. There are 2 other corporations. There's the Whaling Consortium here, and then you've got MBN. And they're basically in like a news company. They take care of the news, and basically, you got 4 corporations to choose from. Each corporation feels and plays different than the rest of the corporations, which is awesome. What would you say is your favorite corporation?
I like the. I thought Gentechi was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I actually haven't played it, but
right.
From what I've seen, that would probably be my favorite one, just because I've seen how it's played and how it plays out and all the cards that is in that deck.
You like the play style associated with that.
Right.
I would have to agree. I am definitely a big Gentechi fan. I love throwing those traps. I'm just watching them run right into it.
Right.
And just watch them go, I can't believe I just did that.
So, a couple things to wrap this video up. like we said, this is a good game. It's got some expansions to it. If you would like us to review those, let us know in the comments, or you can inbox us, either way. And also, sorry, our camera froze.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry about that.
Actually, if you would like us to do some more videos, like I said, over the expansions, let us know.
They have a lot of packs out for this.
And instead of holding like cards and stuff up to the camera, if you would like us to maybe, add actual pictures, really clear pictures to our videos, please let us know, and we will do that if we get enough people that want that to happen.
And I mean, we're definitely going to look into doing some let's play of some of these games here.
Yes, some gameplays.
Yes, of course.
Because people don't actually want to always see the review; they want to see it play, too.
Yeah, exactly. And we got a bunch more videos coming up.
Bunch more.
Just a little glimpse into the future here, where we're gonna do some really cool things with Pathfinder, which is an RPG tabletop game. We got Suro coming up. So and there's some other good variety games coming up. So
I think you guys are gonna like Suro just because of the artwork and just how mathematically everything is so lined up. It's
that
so
game.
So perfect. You guys will see what we're talking about if you haven't played it.
It's a great little strategy puzzle game. It's great. And until next time, happy gaming.
Happy gaming, guys.